Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. This is my spiritual channel on YouTube, haribol trsv nectar nectar nectar. In this particular channel, in our previous videos, we have been discussing about the information, views, opinions, and ideas that we gleaned through our own contemplation on material universe and meditation on the spiritual plane. Even in this particular video, we shall be doing only that so that we know about contemplation, meditation, materialism, spiritualism, etc. better. Now, yesterday we talked about how 70% of the average living human entity is part of the society, 20% is below that and it belongs to the demonic world, and 10% belongs to the divine world. That is, the 70% of common man belong to the society of people with three modes of material nature, that is, goodness, satvika in Sanskrit, passion, rajasika in Sanskrit, and ignorance, tamasika in Sanskrit. This whole exercise of the discovery of these three modes of material nature and the dividing of this 70% of the society into four major castes according to the modes of material nature is actually aimed at the ultimate self-realization and spiritualism of every living human entity. We know that this society was initially divided into four castes according to the karma, the destiny, and the preference of every living human entity. However, after the passage of time, this thing got polluted and it disintegrated into several subcastes belonging to the trade of any particular individual, and the individuals were categorized according to their birth, which is an absolutely wrong phenomenon. However, let us not go into that. The ultimate aim of doing all this was very, very noble. It was to give a chance to every living human entity, regardless of his or her caste or creed, to ultimately realize the self and then go into liberation, then deliverance, and ultimately to go back to Godhead. Here I would like to say that every human living entity, regardless of his or her caste, has the right, the duty, and the prerogative to do meditation, go spiritual, think about God, try to realize the self, get liberated and delivered. There are no ifs and buts in this matter. Nobody has the right, moral or otherwise, to decide who should be self realized and who should not be self realized. I will give you some examples which will vouch for this theory. First, Lord Parashurama was a Brahmana who became a Kshatriya, but yet he was self realized. Sage Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya, but who became a Brahmana, and he was also self realized. There are several such examples. Lord Rama, Lord Buddha, Lord Mahavira, etc. belong to the Kshatriya clan, whereas Lord Krishna belonged to the Vaishya clan. Similarly, Lord Venkatachalapati of Tirupati belonged to the Vaishya clan, and his surname was Naidu. His real name was Mr. Govindarajalu Naidu. Shankaracharya or Adi Shankaracharya was a Nambudri Brahmin, and he was also self-realized. Similarly, there are umpteen examples of various people belonging to various castes and subcastes who were worshipped by the multitude because they all became self-realized, noble, and saintly. Hence, we should also always remember this, and we should only respect and worship talent regardless of the person's birth, caste, or creed. Otherwise, the only person who will suffer because of that stupidity will be ourselves. If we do not discriminate in the case of talent or nobility or godliness, then the only sufferers will be ourselves. Hence, let us keep our eyes, ears, and our own senses open so that we get the best of spiritualism from the best of people from any caste or creed. There are Brahmins who worship Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra saints. Similarly, there are Kshatriyas who worship Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra saints. There are people from the Vaishya clan who worship Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Shudra saints, and Shudras who worship Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya saints. That is the way to live and to progress both materialistically and spiritually. Ego should never ever come in our life so that we will have no hindrance in our spiritual journey towards Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this subject. Please give me your priceless views, opinions, and ideas so that we all may join everything together and benefit collectively. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.